In the history of G20, sovereign wealth funds haven't gotten any prominence role as a vehicle for financing development. Why is it important for us to have this conversation, especially considering almost the close of G20?
No, this is really fundamental for where Africa needs to go. Today, what are we seeing? We're seeing a contraction of fiscal space. Foreign money into the countries is much less available, but also is more costly. Countries in Africa are graduating to middle-income status or high middle-income status, and therefore needing to borrow from the market to be able to make huge investments. This is very costly because Africa borrows at a very high interest rate because also of perceived risk. Credit rating agencies always factor in a lot of risk for Africa. So cost of capital, very high, and that's why we need to awaken sovereign wealth funds, because that's money that the country owns and that it can invest in large projects that are fundamental for driving the economy, particularly in infrastructure. So for us, this is an important conversation that has to do with wealth creation, but also intergenerational wealth.
Great. Just lastly, one of the major risks around sovereign wealth funds is rent seeking, corruption. What do you see UNDP's role in advising new countries who are seeking to improve governance around sovereign wealth funds?
I think this is really a field, an area for us to come in and support governments, because one of the things that needs to be built very quickly is trust. People need to trust their governments that these funds are for them, and there's agency, there's dignity incorporated. And what is going to make trust possible is a system that is transparent, where you have that public visibility of what exists, what's in the pot, and what it's being used for. So this is a governance issue. It cannot be caught up in political bias or debate. It needs to be very clear, very inclusive, but also very much directed as creating impact for populations now and in the future. So the governance aspects are really key, and UNDP can support. We have here the Africa Finance Sector Hub, which UNDP Africa established to support in helping really curate governance systems that will bring integrity and trust into the debate around sovereign wealth funds. Without that, I think it's going to be very difficult, and the impact and the results will not be clear.